Ok, ragazzi, looks like the President of the United States.
Welcome to the state of the hospital.
So, update, ragazzi, amore, tell the update about...
Okay, first big update. We have officially been in the hospital for 1 week.
Yes.
I can't believe it. It feels like one long day.
Yeah.
But I'm finally settling in a little bit, have my head clear. The first few days were rough. I slept really good last night for the first time. So I'm sort of feeling like a little...
Home.
No. Let's not exaggerate. I was telling Alessio, I feel like I'm in college a little bit. Like, I've just, like, gone back in time. This is my dorm room. You've got, like, the hall of other dorm rooms. The doctors and the professors. I feel like I'm in college, and it's a little bit weird because then you get to come visit me.
Yeah.
But we're not living together, and we FaceTime, so I feel like you're my... Like, we're in college dating or something. It's so weird.
Second big date.
Second update, we had our ultrasound.
Yes.
So now I'm going to be having weekly ultrasounds
Sit.
to check everything about baby, the amniotic fluid, the placenta, all the things for bleeding inside. And we got the ultrasound for baby. Finally, we got to see baby's face. We have not gotten to see his little face because every other time he had his hands up covering his face. Finally, we got to see him. He's so cute.
He's so cute, yeah.
That was exciting. And then from what we can see on the ultrasound currently, everything looks the same.
Yeah.
Which is good. And we obviously still have the placenta previa, but the amniotic fluid level is good. He looks good. My cervix still looks good, which is really important. And yeah, so we did the ultrasound. We're going to talk with the high risk MFM doctors later. Let's see their opinion. Hopefully they don't come in with any surprises right about it.
Yeah.
But yeah, we did the ultrasound, and that was a big thing today because now from here on we're gonna have them every week. Another big thing is today we are 23 weeks and 5 days.
Almost 24.
So you have 2 days.
Oggi è giovedì.
Yeah, 2
Giovedì
days.
15 gennaio.
Every Saturday is a week anniversary up for us. So we're really gonna celebrate getting to that first platform of
I said
viability.
in Italian is Thursday the 15th.
Oh,
right now.
giovedì.
Yeah.
I don't ever recognize now when you flip into Italian. It just naturally...
So my people, they don't know what is giovedì. It is Thursday,
So
the 15th, the January 15th. And then it is 23 weeks and 5 days.
We're just shy of 24 weeks.
So what it means 24 weeks? Because we talked with the NICU.
Yeah, actually I'm going to bring out my NICU notes so I can better explain it.
Yes.
Just to give you guys better understanding about what we're dealing with as far as baby, on the baby side. When we got here, I was 22 weeks and 4 days. So we were barely in this range of what they call peri-viability, which is like a gray zone of babies sometimes can be viable, but often they are not. So they were really, really worried that I was going to go into preterm labor at any second because, you know, it doesn't always happen, but sometimes when you have bleeding, it irritates your uterus and then it can lead to contractions and labor and all this stuff. So that was one of the big fears of everybody when we first got here, because I did see on the monitor that I had some uterine irritability. So they were like, we've got to make sure we don't go into labor right now. So the last week has been very on edge because we really want to get to 24 weeks, which is technically the beginning of official viability. Some people say 23 weeks. Like I said, it's like peri-viability, super gray zone. It's hard to know. So we talked to the NICU doctors, and number one good thing about baby is that he is a good size for his gestational age, like a really good size. So that every bit of weight that they can put on helps them more in the NICU. Specifically, so 23 weeks on average in the United States. They gave us these details. 23 weeks, a baby has 35 to 50% chance of survival. That goes up to 45 to 60% at week 24. At week 25, I think it goes 60 to 70%. And then from there, I think once you hit 28 weeks, you're like 90%. And then it just gets better and better and better from there. So it's a very scary time because obviously we hope for the best, and we hear other
Especially
people.
for our boys,
Yeah, they did say that boys have a lower
rate
percent of survival.
Yeah, girls are more stronger.
Yeah, so obviously you hear good stories. You know, people
Yeah,
like,
yeah.
I had a baby at 23 weeks and they're amazing, whatever. But, you know, it's not guaranteed, which is a very scary reality. So when we got here, there was a lot of concern to avoid having him come in this peri-viability.
We are in that gray zone
Very
right now.
gray zone. So that's why we're really excited to get to 24 weeks, even though that is just the beginning of like official viability. In this range, every single day gives better and better percentage, better and better chances.
Exactly.
And then once we hit 24, our goal will be 26, and then our goal will be 28, and then we'll just keep going, moving the marker.
Exactly. Because it is like the 24, 25 is the same range, 26, 27, same range, and 28, 29 is the best range to go.
So our goal is still to go all the way to that 34 weeks. So by the way, just to clarify, you guys know my due date was May 9th, and I see some comments like, baby's gonna go all the way to full term. No, because unfortunately with my condition and my complication, they will not let us go past 34, 35 weeks.
35 is really max, ragazzi.
We are looking at not a May
date
March anymore.
March 11th to, because March 11th is the 32.
End of March.
And then March
would be
to
the
April.
Ideal at this point.
March to April, so it's a range. They're gonna check Jessi conditions, a baby condition every week, and see for make everybody in security. If the baby's good, if Jessi's good, the baby come out.
Well, I was gonna say my OB came in this morning, and she pretty much gave me a date to hope
for. Really?
Yeah.
What is
I haven't told you this.
No.
Yet. So it is the week of my birthday.
The 23rd.
So that week starts with the 23rd, and I think goes through the 28th or 29th.
So that is
probably the week that they're aiming for the scheduled C-section surgery. I know I think it is 34 weeks at that.
Oh, that is 34. Okay.
Yeah, she told me that probably that weekend, like toward the end of that week or weekend, would be the day if we go all the way and they schedule it. Okay. Obviously, the fear is that it could happen any moment. You know, we don't want that because then it would be an emergency situation.
In this case, the baby gonna go to the
NICU.
NICU.
Alessio always calls it the nuke, and I'm like thinking the microwave. Like, nuke
well,
baby.
It is a microwave.
It's NICU, which is like neonatal ICU,
so
intensive care.
He definitely gonna go there.
Yeah, well, for sure, no matter what, he's gonna spend some portion of time there. For every day that I'm in here is less time that he's in the NICU. So I am trying my best to take all the days so that he doesn't have to stay as many days. So the more I can stay in here, the less he has to stay. And what else did they say on Monday? Obviously, they walked us through all of the potential risks for him being in the NICU, what happens if he comes this early. Right now, they're kind of giving us a range between if he came at 23 weeks to 25 weeks, because that's where we sort of are right now, and what all the things could happen. Yeah. Obviously, many scary things.
Yes,
but
this is not the best time to him to coming out.
Yeah, we really, really don't want him to come out right now. Then as we move out of this stage, then they'll give us the next chunk of time and what to expect. And as we go, it gets better and better. We obviously hope that if he does make an early appearance, that none of these things happen and that he's strong. We know he's a little fighter. We know from when he was a little embryo, our embryologist at the IVF clinic called him an overachiever. So I told the NICU, I was like, he's an overachiever. He's going to be fighting no matter what.
Yeah, he's fighting this little boy, I guess.
So we just have to do everything that we can to keep him inside as long as possible, honestly.
He's fighting like a leone.
Really happy with the NICU here, though. They all seem really good. Very just professional, but also like kind as well.
So one question it could be for everybody is, so are we just waiting? This is what is not going to happen. So right now we have a medication for not have contractions.
Yes.
Because they are worried about it, because Jessi had endometriosis. So
and adenomyosis.
Yeah. Can you explain what they were trying to tell you about the range of your pain?
Yeah. So every day, multiple times a day, they come in and they ask me 3 things. Do you have any bleeding? Do you have any cramping or contractions or pain? And are you leaking any fluid? And every time I say no, but I'm always hesitant about the contraction and cramping question because on the monitor, they see little waves, which again I said are called uterine irritability. And I don't feel anything at all. And they said that because of my history of endo and adeno, that my calibration for sensitivity and pain or whatever could be off. Like
Yes.
I might not like recognize that there's something going on because I'm used to a
Big pains,
higher
high pain.
level of the pain. So if something like even tiny little twitches are happening, my brain isn't going to even recognize or focus in on it because it's like, whatever. So I start to like not trust myself a little bit, but the good thing is that we are able to take a medicine that prevents that irritability so that it won't progress into contractions is the fear. It's not contractions right now, but that irritability can start to make the uterus frustrated and then start contracting. And at that point, then we're really worried about going into labor. So
Because
taking this,
just for because you explain the fact that we are in the situation that we don't arrive a safety week. Last could be this construction. We
yeah.
decide to take a small pill for try to not have contraction.
So the pill is obviously, it's called indomethacin, and it is technically an NSAID, which obviously you don't want to take NSAIDs when you're pregnant, but there are rare cases, and this would be one of them. Cervical shortening is another where you need to take it in order to outweigh the potential risks and damages of taking it. So because of this specific medication, there are unfortunately some risks of side effects to baby, such as decreased renal output, which is the one that's most associated with this gestation. Later on, once you get past 30 weeks, I think, you have a risk for closing the ductus arteriosus, which is a vessel in his heart.
Yeah.
And then there's a couple other things like GI related or whatever. So obviously we were freaked out about the thought of that, but I am getting the weekly ultrasounds. They'll be monitoring him, and if they see any sign that the amniotic fluid is going low, which is the association with renal output for him, they stop it immediately.
And then it is reversible, so
yes, exactly. It's not like a permanent thing. So they're watching very closely, monitoring that. We even talked to the NICU doctors about it because I was like, with this medicine, which is very commonly used, by the way, it's not just me, do you see any long-term issues? And she said no. I've asked every single doctor here. They have all said no. So we feel like, especially with the NICU doctor, she said if he were to come now, the list of complications and risks and things that he would have would far outweigh any potential issue with the renal thing. And it's reversible.
So this was a hard decision,
really
ragazzi.
hard,
I want
guys.
to tell you a background. Jessi, it's not that we say, okay, fine. After we talk about for 5 days, we try to monitoring, we know what's taking, the people after 3 days, they're talking us, ragazzi, we needed to take this, we say no. It was a back and forth, but then we study, we think, and know up there in Google, I don't know, ChatGPT, whatever, they not recommend more than some time. But for our situation with these little waves and the risk we can have, it was like for us after a while we said we have to go this direction for a reason, and we're monitoring. So don't take hard decision like what you need to do. Because
it's got to be based off of your own circumstance, your own situation, because this is a very specific situation. And I do want to say too, I was so scared. I was so stressing about this the whole time because it felt like I was deciding between like, oh my gosh, there's risk over here, there's risk over here, there's risk over here. And I just prayed about it, and I was like, I need a
answer from
supernatural peace. Like I need an answer. And another doctor came in that day. I sat down with her. She was so just like gentle and like calm, and I just laid out all of my fears to her from the beginning. I started from zero, and she just answered everything so perfectly and so clearly. It just gave me so much peace. And then I took it, and I instantly felt like at ease. So I just feel very confident that we made the right choice because we really want to keep baby in as long as possible. So, and again, we're monitoring it. We're going to be on top of it. We're going to be constantly asking, how's this, how's this, how's this, how's this? Because after so many years doing the endometriosis thing, we've become a little crazy with like research and advocating, which is good. If you have medical issues, always advocate for yourself because
But sometimes they can lead you in different direction. You need to always base
on
what
your personal
situation. So,
always what's right for you personally.
and then it's
So,
no medication can we take forever. We're gonna
Right.
stop it.
yes,
But-
they won't like. I think the risk, like I told you, for the heart vein or artery or whatever, is after 30 weeks. They even cut off like 26, 27 weeks
Yeah.
here because they're want to be so careful. So
Yeah.
that's the only thing that was really stressing us decision wise. Everything else, like we did the steroid shots for him to help mature his lungs. Everything else was
Yeah,
pretty solid
because
decision.
with the bleeding, it is more details, ragazzi, that maybe you don't have, but
It's so complicated.
it's gonna be
it's
an
hard
hour
for
of the
us to give
video.
you like every single.
Jessi, when have the bleedings, no have warnings that concern the doctors. Bleeding with a warning can come anytime.
Yeah.
So Jessi have contraction. Jessi said, I don't have pain. We're monitoring. Sometimes you don't have nothing. Sometimes have the little waves, but Jessi don't feel nothing. So we have to take the decision. What is the best thing to do? For us, we take this again. Don't take it like advice. What you need to do yourself. It is hard decision for what we think is right in this moment.
Exactly. We've done everything that we can do, and now we give it up and we release the fear of it. So I also want to say, obviously, the first few days here were just full of a lot of scary information for both me and baby, and it was very overwhelming. And for me, if you're like me, I'm a naturally anxious person. So it's just something I've had to deal with and learn how to tackle my whole life. It's very hard for me to like latch on to the positive thoughts because I'll try and reach it and try and say it in my mind and say, okay, this is what I'm visualizing. This is what I'm going to go for. But then all the negative starts to bounce around. And it's just like I'm having to push through the negative. So I decided I was going to write out my ideal plan for this situation and get it on paper so I can just read it. And there's not like this situation of me trying to make it up in my mind. So Alessio's going to show you the plan so you can pause and read it. So that is what we are visualizing, praying for, and I feel today is the day that I felt peaceful about the situation. I'm going to be living here with baby in college
Yes.
until reunited permanently with my amor and Michuta,
Yes.
our baby
Okay, we're
Micha.
waiting
So
you so much. We miss you so much.
thank you guys for always the support, and we love you.